Welcome back. This is The Pick.
Welcome to the show.
And this is going to be our college football week 2 preview show. And we're going to be getting into it. And our first game is going to be Oklahoma and UCLA. Oklahoma's favored by 30 points. I think it's going to be a little closer than that, maybe. I don't know. Really depends how the first half goes. If it's a blowout in the first half, then I think it might be a little closer. But if it's not, then yeah, I can definitely see more of a blowout because the Stars might play a little longer. I definitely think OU's going to win this game. Reasons why is kind of like last week. The talent gap is immense. I think really they're better on almost every side of the ball, every position group. Really, the reason why I think OU is going to win is talent. And just, I think they're going to have a really good running game. Yeah. That's one of the keys for them to win is establish a really good running game and stop the run. Because I think UCLA is going to want to run the ball a lot. And if they can stuff that run, I think it's going to be a really hard game from the UCLA because they're probably going to be starting a freshman as their quarterback. And that's not going to be a really good place for him to play in Norman.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm in the same boat. I think OU should take this fairly easy. Yeah, me and him are pretty much in the same boat. Like, the talent gap is kind of the reasoning on why I'm taking the team, and I think we can win by 25 and plus. I don't know, man. I just don't have a lot of faith in UCLA this season. But I guess if I had a key for them to beat us, it would have to be very cautious and be very aware of where you're at on the field. Don't cause stupid turnovers. I would say dink and dunk the ball. I wouldn't go down the field. I think our secondary is too good. I think we'll end up intercepting them a lot if he does that. Yeah, I think that'd be my keys is just kind of dink and dunk and run the ball as much as possible. Yeah. I think we're going to eat them up. So keys for us is just don't be boneheaded. Keep everything in front of you, kind of like what we did our week 1 game. Just don't take it lightly. Pretty much. Don't think this is just going to be a easy dub. Take it serious like you should any other game. Yeah, I think we should win by 25 or plus.
It is going to be interesting to see how Chip Kelly does. Map up some plays. He is really good.
Oh yeah.
Offensive mind, so that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I think OU's gonna win comfortably. Yep. But our next game is gonna be let's see here, Georgia and South Carolina. And Georgia's favored by 10. I think it's gonna be a little closer than that. So I'll take the points for South Carolina, but I do think Georgia's gonna win this one. The keys for Georgia is really they need to make sure they're not turning the ball over. Yeah. And that's going to be one of the big keys. And other thing is they need to make sure that they can establish a running game. And on defense, they need to get to the quarterback as much as possible and really stuff up that run of South Carolina. They both have really good defenses, so I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup. But I think it's Georgia's more talent on their field as well.
Yeah, man, I'm running with the Bulldogs as well. I think they're just going to get this dub simply, kind of what he said, simply because I think their talent is a bit better. I do think this is going to be a closer game than ours. Keys for Georgia, man, is keep Fromm upright. He's a good quarterback. And run the rock, man. I think they got some solid backs as well. Run the rock. And then keys for South Carolina is keep kind of what they said about UCLA. Kind of keep everything in front of you. Don't make bonehead plays. Kind of dink and dunk the ball and run the ball for them as well. Because I think this Georgia defense has a lot of talent on it, and it's a scary defense. So if you try to get too crazy in your playbook, I think you're going to cause some turnovers. But I say Georgia wins by 17.
Yeah, alrighty. Our next game is going to be Clemson and Texas A&M. I got Clemson winning this one fairly easily. The line is 12. I think it's gonna be more than that. I think Clemson's gonna beat the crap out of Texas A&M. Yeah, Texas A&M. I think they have a pretty good coach, and I think they're gonna be good in a couple of years. But right now, they can't match up against Clemson, especially the defensive line. The keys for Clemson is make sure your quarterback is not getting rattled by the home crowd. That A&M crowd's gonna be crazy, and this will be a big recruiting week for A&M. So that's one of the big things, and they need to get on them early and keep on pounding on them. If that defensive line's able to pin their ears back and sack the quarterback as much as possible, I think it's gonna be a rough day for A&M.
Yeah.
And for A&M is get that 12 man involved and rattle the quarterback. They have a freshman. He's not going to start, but I think he might play sometime this year, maybe even this game.
Yep.
And they have their other quarterback that
Bryant.
Yeah, Brian. He struggles at times, and I think if you can get a couple of turnovers from him, they're going to switch quarterbacks, and that's going to be a really interesting thing in that game because if they can rattle these quarterbacks, they definitely have a chance of winning this game.
Yeah, to add on what he's saying, like, I think they're in a great situation, Clemson. Of course, they got that monster defense, and they got two quarterbacks that are, for the most part, pretty talented. What I think would be really cool is kind of have Bryant come out for some like read option plays, and then throw the freshman in and at quarterback to throw the ball because I think he's amazing arm talent. He can sling that rock and he's really accurate. I think they should just bring Brian in to play some read option and run the ball and stuff. That'd be a great combination between them two. Yeah, man. But back to this game, I think Clemson's just going to maul Texas A&M. I'm kind of in the same boat as him. I really don't think they have a chance. That defense is just too much, I believe, for that A&M offense. I think there's going to be a lot of sacks, I believe. And the key for Clemson is I think they're going to get a lot of turnovers. And keys for A&M is kind of the same similar thing is on their defense, kind of rattle their quarterbacks and get to them and try to cause turnovers. As much as possible, I think really that's their only key to victory or way they're going to win is if they get turnovers and can get their ball in their field position or get them in good field position. But yeah, I think Clemson's going to win by like 21.
Alrighty, Stanford and USC is going to be the last game we talk about. It's not a whole lot of games this week. But they'll be the last one we talk about, and Stanford's favored by 6, and I think actually SC is going to win this game. So I'm definitely taking SC in the points. SC, man, they have a lot of talent. I think they're getting slept on a lot. I think they have a lot of talent on defense. I think JT Daniels played really well. For the most part, at times he was a little shaky, but they played well, especially in the second half in that UNLV game. That Amon St. Brown's a monster already. I think he's the best receiver on that team, and he's just a freshman. So I think they're going to do what San Diego State did to Stanford is stuff that run and make that quarterback for Stanford beat them. And that's the thing about San Diego State. They didn't have enough talent to stop their receivers for Stanford. And I think USC does. Yep. Ahmad Marshall, or however you say his name, he's a really good corner, and they have a lot of talent on that team. Linebackers are great, and they have pretty good pass rushers. So I think SC's going to win this game, and keys for Stanford is play really good defense, try to rattle the freshmen as much as you can, cause turnovers, get Bryce Love involved, and try to get a balanced attack.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to be the game of the weekend for week 2. I think it's going to be a really close game, but yeah, I'm edging it to USC. I think where the difference lies is their defense. I think their defense is super talented for the Trojans. And Bryce Love, first week, was having a really tough time running the ball against San Diego State, and I think he's going to have an even more tougher time this week trying to run the rock. I think they're going to shut him down and try to make the Stanford's quarterback beating them, and overall, I think that's what's going to get the victory for USC. I think they're going to cause a lot of turnovers and just really shake and rattle the Stanford offense. And but keys for Stanford is try to get Bryce Love going. If they can do that, I think they could possibly win this game. He's really the key for them. But yeah, man, I just see USC pummeling them on defense and shutting them down a lot of the times, and I think they win by a couple touchdowns.
Alrighty, well, that's going to conclude our episode of Pick. A little shorter than usual, but definitely looking forward to watching some football this weekend.
Yep. We'll see you on the next one. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. We really love to hear from you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching.